Alrighty, welcome to the weekend precap, first video of the weekend precap series that I'm starting on this page. Got my orange juice. Y'all know how this goes. This is raw and uncut, okay? We are looking stuff up as we go, and I have a little script here in front of me. I'm gonna just to help keep me because my ADHD be messing me up crazy. Yeah, let's do this thing. Look, listen, we have a lot of stuff. Let's go ahead and go over everything that we do have, and then we'll go kind of in order, do our little predictions on each series and how people are going to finish and all that stuff, okay? So, first up on the list, we have NASCAR at COTA. Insanely excited for that. Obviously, it also includes the O'Reilly series, but it excludes the Craftsman series because that's going to be at IndyCar, which takes us to our second one. IndyCar, okay? IndyCar at St. Petersburg, which will also feature the MX-5 Cup plus the Craftsman Truck Series. Which I think is really cool. Really cool. We have, there's that. And then we have some touring. I remember, not on the list. I remember looking up last night. We do have the Trans Am National Series that's at Sebring. Don't know too much about it, but it is out there for people who do like it. And then we do also have, Supercross. Now, I am a new big time Supercross guy in terms of I've always been around motocross. I lived in Michigan, so we had a couple of motocross tracks up there. My friends used to do it, so I used to go up there on the weekends and watch them. But in terms of Supercross, never really got into it. This year. I've always known of it, obviously, but I never got into it. Watched it this year. So far, I've only been able to watch a couple of races because sometimes it's on at the same time as NASCAR and other races, and that's a little bit more my priority. Anyways, we do got Supercross at Daytona now. And we have MotoGP. Baby. And I know we have a couple more that I'm missing, I feel like, but as one person, it's pretty hard to cover on motorsports, even though that's what this page is, but it's very hard and I'm learning that slowly. So, let's get into it, man. Listen, NASCAR at COTA. Let's go ahead and go over predictions. I'm telling you right now, it's a Trackhouse 1, 2, 3. I'm just saying, maybe I'm a little bit biased because I'm a Trackhouse guy, but at the same time, I mean, you have Connor Zilisch and you have SVG, two of the best road racers out of the entire grid. And then you have Ross Chastain, which I just feel like Ross is a strong driver. So I feel like if Trackhouse is 1, 2, 3, don't be surprised. But outside of that, I feel like Carson could be up there. Chase Elliott is strong too. I don't in terms of the Cup Series, in terms of the O'Reilly Series. If Carson is running in the O'Reilly Series, maybe him up there as well. But outside of that, I mean, Connor won it last year, if I'm not mistaken. So I honestly don't know. Maybe Rajah. Obviously I'm rooting for LeVar, but I don't know. It's his first year in the O'Reillys, and I know it is with Rajah too, but obviously teams and stuff like that matter. Rajah's on the stronger team right now, so I don't know who's gonna win in the O'Reillys. I don't want to do it. I'd rather have no take than do a bad take. So there's that. But I am going to COTA this weekend. Yes! I went last year for the O'Reilly series. This year I'm going for the entire weekend. I'll be there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And speaking of that, there's one I missed. The VP Sports Car Racing Series, IMSA, this is a stem off to IMSA, is going to be racing this weekend at COTA as well. Shout out to Weston Workman. Absolute dog, future champ. Champ already in the GR86, but he's going to be a future champ in this VP. I'm telling that right now. So I'm very excited to be able to watch him in person. Maybe meet him, you never know. So yeah, that we also have this weekend at COTA. Insanely excited. God blessed me. I don't know what I did to deserve it, but I got VIP tickets this weekend to COTA. So yeah, I'm going to try to get as much content as I can. I'm going to try to bring my camera and maybe get some interviews with some drivers, stuff like that. I'm just kind of speaking it to existence. I believe in manifestation and, prayer works to an extent, but you just got to put in the work. You feel what I'm saying? So obviously, if you can't pray and not put in the work, God's not going to, bless you. So I'm just going to put it out there and I'm going to work for it and see what happens. But yeah, COTA's this weekend. We got some great racing. Like I said, I didn't go to the Cup one last year. I went to the O'Reillys last year, so I couldn't afford the Cup one. But this year we get to go the whole weekend. That's some good orange juice. God, thank you. So yeah, I'm very excited. Now, let's transition to IndyCar. This is where I'm going to be a little bit less knowledgeable. I don't have that ball knowledge. But at the end of the day, let's just talk about this. Look, it is at St. Petersburg. Now, for all my IndyCar fans, I seen someone say, a couple people said that IndyCar just basically runs on a single file line at St. Petersburg. It looks like St. Petersburg is a road course. But at the same time, like I said, I seen one clip of IndyCar, the start of last year's, where it was like mayhem. Someone got up in the air. IndyCar looks very fun. This is my first year as a IndyCar fan, IndyCar spectator, watcher. So I'm going to take this first race to really, I'm going to be at NASCAR. And I think the NASCAR, let me see what time, what time does Cup Series race start at COTA this year? 1 second. Because depending on when that starts, I could watch the IndyCar race on my phone. I don't even know how I'm going to do that. I could probably just watch it on YouTube TV. Let's see. It's loading. It's for 3:30 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, cool. So it starts at 2:30 my time, 3:30 Eastern time for the NASCAR race, and IndyCar starts at 12 Eastern time. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I could low key just like chill, hang out, watch that while walking the pit and stuff like that. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try to watch them as possible because I want to be able to obviously come here and do a recap and actually have knowledge, not just have to use ChatGPT or make notes about it. So yeah, okay, cool. I'm excited. Like I said, I don't know too much. People have told me to root for McLaren and Penske, but if those are the winners, I don't really want to root for them because I don't like bandwagoning. So there's that. But yeah, like we talked about, the IndyCar weekend holds the MX5 Cup, which the first time I ever watched the MX5 Cup or even like I wouldn't say knew about it. Well, I knew about it because of iRacing, but like in terms of like watching it and like really knew the schedule. Obviously this year is like I'm learning it, but Daytona, I didn't know that they raced at Daytona for the Rolex 24 weekend or week, I should say, because it goes damn near a whole week. So like in terms of events. So that was really cool to watch. I didn't get to watch it. I did go to the Rolex 24, but I wasn't there in time. I flew in on the day of the last MX5 Cup race. So yeah, I didn't get to watch it, but it looks very fun, and I'm excited to watch the MX5 Cup highlights and stuff like that from St. Petersburg. And like I said, also, so they're hosting the MX5 Cup. They also have the Truck Series. Now, I'm very interested to see the Truck Series at St. Petersburg. I didn't know that trucks race. I didn't know that they involved the road courses with the trucks. I haven't watched NASCAR in full since probably, I think the last race that I watched fully was Austin Dillon's wreck in Daytona in 2015, 16? That was the last time I watched a NASCAR race in full. So it's been 10 years. So you know what I mean? It obviously changed a lot. I've kept up with it in terms of like, I don't know, like highlights and posts and whatever it may be, like from Dale or whatever. So obviously I've been a Dale Jr. fan for years. But anyways, go back to IndyCar. I don't want to get too far off track. But yeah, that was the last time I watched that. But yeah, so IndyCar is hosting 3 different events if you include IndyCar. So, you got the IndyCar. I don't know if the NXT is going this weekend either. I feel like if the NXT is what O'Reilly's is to NASCAR, then they would hold the NXT as well, which the NXT is essentially the O'Reilly's to what the Cup Series is. So yeah, you have IndyCar, NXT. Then if that's going to be there, then you have the MX5 and the truck. But don't quote me if I'm wrong. If from what I've learned or heard, the NXT is what yeah. Anyways, because it's like IndyCar Next series, like so people trying to come up. Anyways, yeah. So that's that for that. Let's go ahead and go to MotoGP Thailand now. I'm not even going to sit here and act like I know ball knowledge for MotoGP in the little slightest. I know who, what's his name? What's his name? It's the guy that's not Marquez. Yeah. Y'all know who I'm talking about though. MotoGP fans, motorsports fans, you know what I'm talking about. Marc Marquez, right? Oh, who's MotoGP's number 1 rider right now? I know it's is it Marc Marquez? No. Hold on. It's searching it up right now. Hold on. Yeah, Marc Marquez. Okay, I was right. Yeah, he rides for Ducati. He finished first in the 2025 MotoGP standings. And didn't he get hurt last year too? So he got hurt and still finished first in the standings. That's kind of insane. Anyway, so yes, from MotoGP people, that's the only person that I know. I've never, and I'm talking about I've never watched a MotoGP race on TV. I went to the MotoGP race last year, at COTA. I don't know if MotoGP has. No, it was the race. No, it was the race. I don't know if it was like a sprint or a heat or I don't know, but nah, I think it was the race. Anyways, went to that. Those bikes are freaking loud. MotoGP bikes are insane. So that was fun. But so I'll be probably going to that this year as well because my dad's birthday is March 7th. So usually what happens is I get him either NASCAR tickets or MotoGP. This year he chose NASCAR, and we also got blessed to be able to get VIP tickets this year, so I can use my money now for MotoGP, and we can go to both. I wanted to go to IndyCar Arlington, but I just can't. Money-wise, the Arlington tickets are Jerry World price tickets. I'll tell you that right now. If you don't know what I mean, Jerry Jones runs the Cowboys, and it's going to be raced around the Cowboy Stadium and the Texas Ranger Stadium. And it's insanely expensive for just general admission, and plus we'd have to drive up there. Like we want the whole weekend, so boom, the whole weekend, get hotel for the whole weekend. It's just not worth it. So yeah, MotoGP in Thailand at Buriram. I probably pronounced that wrong. Yeah, I'm excited to watch that if I can. Like I said, I'm going to be out at NASCAR, so depending on what time they start. Now, let's go to Supercross. Round 8 at Daytona infield. It's not the infield technically. It's where the Daytona logo normally is. I'm pretty sure they just restructure that and put dirt there. But who's racing this week? What classes are racing this weekend at Supercross Daytona? Last week, I'm a big Hayden Deegan fan. Okay, I gotta stop. Damn, I'm not even gonna cut that out. Whatever. Big Hayden Deegan fan. He didn't race last week. So the 450 SX class is racing this week, and the 250 SX, which is normal. But the reason why I'm looked it up is because last week only the West Coast group raced for the 250 last week, and I believe maybe even just the 250 last week. 450 is one class. East and West for 250 is split. So yeah, it says. This event may also support like the SMX next class, okay, which is the amateur and invitational development class is also going to be running. Okay, that's pretty cool. No, that's pretty cool. Okay, so yeah, both East and West will be here. Which is fire. So that means Hayden Deegan is going to be there. Hayden is saying that he wanted to go up to 450, or he's training for 450. I don't know when he's going to make that switch. Maybe halfway through. Don't know. But yeah, so we have. I'm not too like I said. I'm learning Supercross. I'm not too knowledgeable, but I'll give you my prediction for. I haven't given my predictions for winners. So we'll go ahead and start here. Then I guess my prediction for the 450. I'm an Eli Tomac fan when it comes to the 450. So I'll go ahead and go with Eli, and then the 250 for. I mean, I think Hayden is going to take his the 250 in his division. In the other division, I don't know. I'm very transparent, very honest. I don't know yet. I have to do more research on that. Like I said, I haven't been able to really watch Supercross because of just everything that's been going on. So I'll go with Hayden in his 250 class, and the 450 I'll go with Eli Tomac. And then when it comes to MotoGP, I mean, Mark. I mean, I just feel like, IndyCar, standings from IndyCar last year. Now, wasn't Alex Petto, who it started with last name started with a P. I do know that. I don't want to say it wrong, so I'm just waiting for it to look up. I feel like he won last year, right? Yeah, Alex Palau. See, I do know ball a little bit. Alex Palau was first last year with 711 points with Chip Ganassi Racing. Pato Award was 515 with Arrow McLaren, and then Scott Dixon 452 points with Chip Ganassi last year. Dang, Chip Ganassi got some dogs. They were 1-3. Okay. Alex Palau won 8 races and became the first driver since Dario Franchitti in 2010 to win both the Indianapolis 500 and the Series Championship in the same year. Wow, that's crazy. Um, yeah, so Alex Palau is obviously gonna probably, I don't know. I don't know if we have any young buck rookies that are maybe making a name for this year. I have to, do more knowledge on that. So I guess my prediction for IndyCar's for the win for tomorrow. Some people were telling me Scott Dixon in my comment section. You know what, bro? I don't want to go. I don't want to go to like. I don't want to just use. I don't want to be a fan of the winner last year, since someone who's been dominating. So I'm gonna go Scott Dixon. We'll go Scott Dixon winner for St. Petersburg. And then let's go ahead and go to MotoGP. Like I said, was Mark Marquez, and then let's go to NASCAR. I think the winner for the Cup Series is going to be a battle between Connor and SVG, but I think Connor takes it. I'm more of a I'm a track house guy. Like I said, I'm more of a Connor fan than I am SVG. Still love both, obviously. But I would have to go Connor. Connor's on a roll this year, bro. He raced in the Rolex 24. He did good. He did great for his stint. And I just think his background. I think his background is just it's just fire. But I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna sit here and act like SVG doesn't have a background. Didn't he race in the Australian Supercar Series? Like, he has background when it comes to road racing. And last year, if it was it last year or the year before? I think it was last year at Watkins Glen. Was it last year at Glen? Hold on. It was last year at Watkins Glen, wasn't it? Okay, I said Walking. I didn't mean so. I meant Watkins Glen. I'll be messing my words up. Yeah, okay. I think it was last year. Last year at Watkins Glen, SVG and Connor, when Connor was only part-time in the Cup Series, were battling for first. Connor tried to rejoin and spun him out, obviously accidentally. He didn't do it intentionally, but so he ended up winning that battle. But I would have to I'm going to give it to Connor this year. I think Connor will win this year at COTA Cup Series. Now that he's also a full-time driver, I think this is where he finally gets his first win of the season. And I ain't going to lie, Connor should have been top 10 in the last 2 races so far this year. So Connor's potential is freaking uncapped, and I'm excited to see where he goes with that. Let's go O'Reilly. I think I said earlier, I feel like Rajah gets a win. Or Carson. I'm gonna root Rajah or Carson. Yeah. Who won O'Reilly's last year? Who won the Xfinity Series at COTA last? Or no, Connor did. COTA last year. I just want to see who came second and third, because really who came second and third last year is probably going to have a better chance this year. Obviously, I went and got a haircut yesterday and I didn't brush my hairline down. Brother. All right, anyways, list them. Yeah, Zilisch won. Oh, wait, hold on. Was Byron? Oh, he held off Byron for the victory. Okay, so Byron. Okay, so it went Byron and Sam. Okay, and then it went Austin Hill. Jesse Love was 6th. Chastain was 8th. Okay. Oh, wait, Chastain's still racing in the Xfinity this year. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and mess around and give it to either Jesse Love or Ross Chastain. I feel like this year, O'Reilly's COTA victory goes to either Austin Hill. Or sorry, not Austin Hill. I don't want to see Austin Hill victory. Jesse Love or Ross Chastain. That is my prediction for the O'Reillys. And then my Cup Series, obviously, Connor Zilisch. And when it comes to truck, I honestly don't. I got to learn more truck driver names. I'm a little bit unknowledgeable there. So I'm not going to give my prediction there. Did we cover everything? We covered NASCAR, IndyCar, MotoGP, and Supercross. So, yeah, I think that's everything. MX5 Cup, I have no clue. Oh, and then when the VP Series, I think Weston Workman wins. Both races, because there's 2 on Saturday. So, yeah, that is the weekend pre-cap. I think we went over everything pretty much in full of what the weekend will hold, gave predictions. Gave, just a little bit of runaround of what each one's going to hold. And I'm excited for this weekend. I will obviously vlog and upload content from this weekend at COTA. So that will be freaking fun and great content for y'all. So I may or may not have some things in the works. Obviously, you guys will know when it comes true, or if it doesn't come true. I won't talk about it. But if it does come true, I definitely will talk about it. You guys will see. If I can get some interview with drivers, that'd be awesome. Like at the track, but we'll see. I don't want to get too much in their way. I have the pit passes of it in the garage access and all that stuff. So we're gonna see. But thank you guys for watching another. The first episode on Weekend Precap presented to you by Multi-Grid Mashup. That's all I get sponsors. Shout out Orange Juice if y'all want to sponsor me. Anyways, love y'all, man. Put God first, everything else you. Make sure y'all thank God for the clothes in your back, the roof over your head, the bed you sleep on, and the food in your stomach daily. And if nobody loves you, I love you. If you got to the end of the video, comment Connor. All right, man. Much love to y'all, and I'm gonna get up out of here. Later.